Hello, hello, good people. A lot has been written and will continue to be written about the moon. Let us recall some facts. How did the moon appear? The theories about the origin of the moon are quite diverse, from scientific hypotheses to Still, many of them are seriously argued and therefore deserve attention. The giant impact model. Today, in the scientific world, the most popular explanation for the origin of the moon is the collision hypothesis, or the giant impact model. Supporting it is the fact that in the past the Earth rotated much faster, and only after a collision with another cosmic object. Due to the gravitational interaction of the two orbits, did its rotation slow down. According to computer modeling, from a dynamical point of view, such a scenario is feasible. However, there is no unanimity on this version. Scientists distinguish three of its variants. A foreign body. According to this theory, the moon is a fragment of a cosmic object that collided with Earth more than 4 billion years ago. Scientists even name this object the planet Theia, which according to some assumptions was the size of Mars. As a result of the powerful impact, the cosmic body turned into a huge cloud of debris that entered Earth's orbit and over time formed into a satellite. This hypothesis, proposed by two groups of American scientists, successfully explains the deficiency of iron on the moon compared to our planet, as well as some dynamic characteristics of the Earth-Moon system. But it has a weak point. Chemical analysis has established the identity of the composition of lunar and terrestrial rocks, a fragment of Earth. According to this version, during the collision with another celestial body, the proto-Earth ejected material from which the moon formed. According to scientists from Harvard University, this explains the similar chemical composition of Earth and its satellite. 2 in 1. This hypothesis complements the previous one, claiming that as a result of the catastrophic collision, part of the Earth's mass and part of the impactor formed a single substance, ejected in molten form into near-Earth orbit. This material created the moon. In this interpretation, the collision occurred before the formation of Earth's core, which explains the low iron content in lunar soil. Centrifugal separation, the hypothesis that the moon separated from Earth under the action of centrifugal forces, was first proposed by George Darwin in 1878. According to supporters, the planet's rotation speed was fast enough for a fragment of matter to detach from the proto-Earth and later form the moon. However, as early as the 1930s, scientists became skeptical of this idea, arguing that the total angular momentum is insufficient to produce rotational instability, even in a fluid Earth. The capture theory recently, a version proposed in 1909, has gained popularity, according to which Earth and the moon formed independently in different parts of the solar system. At the moment of closest approach, the moon was captured by Earth's gravity. This supposedly happened during human history. The legends of the Dogon people speak of times when there was no satellite in the sky. This hypothesis is also indirectly supported by the relatively shallow layer of dust on the moon's surface. artificial satellite. The idea of an artificial origin of the moon is the most controversial, since to this day there is no proven existence of an extraterrestrial or human civilization capable of accomplishing such a feat. Still, it deserves attention, as it was proposed by scientists. In 1960, researchers Mikhail Vassin and Alexander Sharbakov, studying certain characteristics of our satellite, suggested that it might have an artificial origin. Considering the size and depth of lunar craters formed by bombardment, they proposed that the moon's crust might be made of titanium with a thickness estimated at 32 kilometers. When I first encountered the shocking Soviet theory explaining the nature of the moon, I was stunned, wrote American researcher Don Wilson. At first it seemed unbelievable to me, and naturally I rejected it. When our Apollo expeditions brought more and more facts confirming the Soviet theory, I was forced to accept it. Strange indicators supporters of the artificial moon theory point to the relatively high ratio of the moon's mass to Earth's mass, once in 81, which is unusual for satellites of other planets in the solar system. Higher values are observed only in the Pluto-Charon system, although Pluto is not considered a full-fledged planet. Comparisons of satellite sizes are also interesting. For example, Phobos, the larger moon of Mars, does not exceed 20 kilometers in diameter, while the moon's diameter is 3,560 kilometers. It is precisely this size of the moon, which for an Earth observer matches the apparent diameter of the Sun, that allows us to periodically observe solar eclipses. The hollow moon. It is also interesting that the moon's gravitational attraction is not uniform. The crew of Apollo 8, while orbiting the satellite, noted that lunar gravity has sharp anomalies. In some places it mysteriously increases. Taking into account data from the American crews, which had been classified, as well as the satellite's low density, nuclear engineer William Bryan stated in 1982 that the moon is hollow and relatively rigid. Later studies led him to suggest that this hollowness might be artificial. Some researchers have gone even further, proposing that the moon formed en reverse, that is, from the surface inward toward the core. Gas, dust cloud scientists do not intend to seriously consider the artificial origin theory. Much closer to modern scientific views is, for example, the vaporation theory. According to this hypothesis, significant masses of matter separated from Earth's plasma and, upon cooling, formed a condensate that became the building material for the proto-moon. There is also another similar idea, proposed as early as the 18th century. The Swedish naturalist Emanuel Swedenborg and later the French astronomer Pierre Simon Laplace suggested that interstellar nebulae, clouds of gas and dust in space, contract and condense into stars and surrounding planets. The French scientist also believed that our satellite could have formed from such material. Russian academician Eric Galimov developed a concept in which the moon is the result of fragmentation of a dust condensation. This hypothesis is based on radioisotope analysis of the satellite and the planet, showing that both bodies have the same age, about 4.5 billion years. In other words, both the moon and Earth formed in proximity. According to the scientist, the concept of the moon's origin from primary matter rather than from Earth's mantle aligns better with the facts than the currently accepted giant impact model. Everyone can draw their own conclusions,